know that you're afraid. It feels like every day things are slipping away. You're slipping away, and you think back to a time that you were lost. Thoughts disorganized, can't seem to dry your eyes, and chaos is collapsing from your mind. You say that you're fine, but now you're out of time. Out of time. You're out of time. You're out of time. And now you're out of time. And now you're out of time. Never measure up, you'll never be enough. People say tough love, you should just suck it up. And you think back to a time that you were lost. Thoughts disorganized, can't seem to dry your eyes, and chaos is collapsing from your mind. You say that you're fine, but now you're out of time. Out of time. You're out of time. You're out of time. And now you're out of time. Now you're out of time.
So, this week I'm going to mix things up. Rather than rambling on about all the runs I've done, which to be honest you probably just don't care about, I'm going to look at some of the challenges I've faced and think about the strategies that I've used to tackle them. So number 1, dealing with the boredom or long runs. So, each day I need to run probably more than 2 hours. And that can be pretty intimidating, especially when you're feeling low and the motivation just isn't there. So the idea of having to go out and run such a long period of time can make you feel pretty nauseous. So what I'm doing to make these distances slightly more palatable, I've been splitting my runs into 2 runs each day. I usually run in the morning. That's a great way to wake up in the morning and kick your day off. And I also run in the afternoon or evening, which is a fantastic way to de-stress after a long day at work. So I've actually found splitting these runs up a super useful way to just build up the mileage each day. It feels more reachable, feels less time consuming, and it also means I can avoid the glaring heat in the middle of the day and fit it around my busy work life. Simply, running twice a day rather than one just feels more doable. So number 2, demotivation. So funny enough, on days I feel demotivated, the idea for going these long runs just isn't that exciting. So what I've been doing to get me out of the house is to explore different areas. I've talked about this before in previous videos, but I really enjoy combining exploration and running at the same time. It's more exciting, more interesting, feels more productive, and more importantly, it makes you feel like you're achieving more in those 2 hours or more you're running each day, rather than just making you feel more tired. So, finally, number 3, dealing with muscle soreness. So, if running wasn't hard enough already, on these multi-day, or in my case, 70 days in a row of running, usually your body won't get a chance to recover, and you'll feel pretty sore each day. And it feels especially sore when you first get out of bed in the morning, which, trust me, makes getting out of bed even harder. But the interesting thing here is, even if you feel sore, and you feel like you can barely run, you kind of go into that run thinking every kilometre will just get worse and worse and worse. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't feel logical that you may feel better as you run further. Trust me, this is pretty much always the case when you're dealing with muscle soreness. You may take a long time to warm up, but your body eventually will warm up. And those initial kilometres may be difficult, but the main lesson to learn here is if you stay patient, keep on stumbling along, and eventually it'll get easier. But what I have found is as my muscles get more sore, and as they ache even worse, it takes longer and longer to warm up. But I always try to keep this lesson in mind before I go on a run. The lesson that no matter how tired I am, or how sore my muscles feel, that if you just get running and start stumbling along, and start grinding, eventually you'll start to feel better. I don't think I've ever had a run where that wasn't the case. But anyway, that's all I had to discuss this week. Hope you enjoyed my little montage at the beginning of my run in the Dandenong, just outside of Melbourne, and also my first backyard ultra, which was just an awesome time. Fantastic community, and I really, really enjoyed it. So my recommendation this week is that no matter the distance, give a backyard ultra a try, because it may surprise you how fun it is, even though the idea sounds so boring and repetitive. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you in the next.